Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my little channel here on the interwebs. Now, I've been fact checked. That's right. I don't know if it's really a fact checked or I've just been advised that my reading comprehension skills on the article I read yesterday really wasn't up to par. But either way, someone has fact checked me. Now, this is on this article right here where I question why they were asking for donations for shipping. Apparently, it is not the Democrats themselves that are asking for money for shipping. It is the Texas based group with ties to some of the lawmakers. This one right here, the Dallas County Democratic Party. That group right there is actually asking for money donations so that they can ship the care packages to these unbrave or brave, it doesn't really matter what side you're on, to these state workers that fled their duty to prevent a vote on a voter integrity bill, as I would call it, as they would call it, voter suppression bill. But if you actually read it, there really is no suppression going on. I mean, there's some things that could be I wouldn't necessarily bat an eye at, but I can see how some people are batting an eye, like the one where you can't carry more than three people that are not family to the voting booth. Some people say that's prohibiting certain churches or certain organizations from busing people, but there's actually a provision within that bill that allows you to be certified and allow you to bus as many people as possible. There's a little pledge you guys say and register with the county or something. I don't know. I don't exactly remember. It's been a couple of weeks since I read it, but there is a mechanics within that to where you won't be committing a crime. But anyways, I just want to add that out there that I've been fact checked, and I want to make sure that I have a little bit more higher standard than CNN. But of course, I'm just going to keep on ridiculing these Democrats. Now, this is Donna Howard. I think she's one of my representatives. At least she is for like the one in Travis County, or when I do it by county, she pops up. I bet we're recognizing and honoring our country's heritage, as most Texans, though. This is what we're doing tonight. We're using whatever accessible unwash our clothing in the sink. So pretty much they are doing what every normal people that are traveling would probably do in a pinch. But the issue is that this was done on, I think it was done on July 15th or something like that. So it was like relatively quick in their departure. So I bet this was a planning for maybe about a week. So they didn't have enough time to, I don't know, pack extra clothes in case they decide to run like the cowards they are, which is my opinion, to being forced to wash their clothes in the sinks of hotels or motels. I'm pretty sure if anyone has traveled, they've probably done something like this. The only difference is they would not post it on the internet. So I kind of question why they're airing out their dirty laundry for everyone to see. I think that's pretty disgusting. Now, of course, this is nothing new. This is considered a super spreader amongst the right. Anytime the right comes together, the left is quick to call it a super spreader. As of today, to my knowledge, only 6 House Democrats tested positive for COVID 19 in Washington, which is creating a super spreader. Now, to add insult to injury, I don't think Biden has even met them or even talked to them. I know the hyena known as Kamala Harris, our wonderful, brave, intelligent VP, which was a DA of California, that actually kept people beyond their stay for cheap labor to fight forest fires, met with them. So this is just more of me bashing the Texas Democrats. And I do wish them well. I do wish they come home safely. And I hope they come home soon because we have bills that Texas wants to pass to secure our elections. And of course, there's some other bills that are starting to pile up that will benefit Texans. I think mainly Texan teachers and a couple of property tax relief bills that are duly needed to be passed, and they're holding us up in their temper tantrum while doing a filibuster, while asking the Senate to remove their filibuster and to pass legislation on the federal level that will pretty much kill any voter bill that any state would pass, creating a federal law on election, I guess, integrity. Or it's from what I understand from the bill. I haven't read the bill because I ain't got time to read 400, 500-page bills written on the federal level that make absolutely no sense to me because I'm not a lawyer and I cannot speak that language. My understanding is that it pretty much eliminates photo IDs, ensures mail-in ballots to anyone, regardless if they ask for it, making our elections even less secure than they were since the birth of the nations. It'd be less secure since the first election past Washington, really leaving it up for both parties to cheat and to really steal the election. Not saying that any election was stolen, it's just leaving the door open for possible. And they want to eliminate that on a state level by eliminating the states' rights to the ability to determine their laws when it comes to voting by making everything federal laws. Now, the only time I would agree with that is during the civil rights movement, when they pretty much made it impossible for states to make voter laws that goes against a particular group of people by ethnic background or gender, which I do agree with that. There is sometimes the federal government really do need to step in, but this isn't one of them. And it's shame on these Texas House Democrats for abandoning their people. We did not elect you to go to Washington, D.C. We already elected our House representatives and 2 senators. So shame on you. Y'all need to come home and do your job and fight for Texans, not just your party. With that being said, leave a comment down below if you found another error. If not, leave a comment down below what your thoughts on the whole situation is. Smash the like and subscribe button if you can, or if you like. Share my content. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.